Okay, so I think I'm recording. Um, I wanted to do a quick video for everybody who's in our Ohio group. Um, I know we shared some webinars and some videos for you guys to watch, updates from the CEO. I was listening, I was on the Synergy um, Teams group huddle last night and listening to Nita Nakos. And she always does such a great job. But I am going to go over a few things. Sorry, there's one more thing I wanted to add to these notes. I want to go over a few things for everybody. I know a lot of people have tried to reach out and let them know, hey, there's changes, there's different things going on. So here is some notes and an action plan that I've put together for everybody so that you don't feel overwhelmed. What do we need to do, and a timeline for, what to do, because there's certain things that we can start doing now. There's certain things that we're gonna have to wait a few weeks. So I've tried to put these also in order, somewhat of importance. So number one, if you are going to lock in your KBC, do it now. Don't wait until the last minute. Please don't call me, late in the evening on July 31st and say, hey, I want to lock in my KBC. Or, I mean, you can still lock it in July, but, we have from July all the way to October 14th. So please definitely do not call me on October 14th. But if we're close to the end of the month and you know that you're wanting, and we're already in July 14th right now. So if you know that you're going to, if you're not actively trading your coins and they're just going to sit in your account until October anyhow, lock them in. It's very simple. We've had the Kohlers assisting their group in Arizona doing that already. They did it without my assistance. Basically, you log into Karatbars. There's an option next to your KBC that says reduction plan or something like that. You can lock in all of your coins. You can do a portion of your coins. It's going to give you what the 25% bonus will be. And then after you lock them in, you're not going to see them under the wallet and balance tab. It'll have a reduction plan tab, and you'll click on that the same way that when we did the KBC or KCB to KBC conversions, there was a separate tab and they didn't show up on the wallet and balance tab. Okay, so if your coins are going to sit, and I think most people's coins have been sitting, we've not been actively trading these or anything, but if you're planning on acquiring new coins, as you get the new coins in, lock them in. So for those of you who have nodes, when the node pays out in July in the next few days, you're going to want to lock them in. When it pays out in August, you're going to want to lock it in as soon as possible to take advantage of the bonuses, because as soon as you do that, you're guaranteeing yourself the 25% bonus, okay? So don't wait till the last minute and miss out on receiving bonus coins or any coins at all. If you guys don't know why we are locking in the coins, I'm not going to go in and explain to you. There's lots of videos, but this is, this is kind of like, I think, still finishing up the hard fork process. And if you want to know the importance of locking in your KBCs and getting the new mainnet coin, or keeping the KBC and missing out because you didn't lock in, go look up the price of Ethereum Classic, the Ethereum Classic coin in Ethereum, and read what happened when they had a hard fork because of the DAO contract that they had. If you're really that curious about it, we don't, I've been listening to a lot of things and thinking about the mindset that we have, because this is a business, and I think a lot of people think we have to understand every single technicality and thing that happens, and it's not really necessary, right? We just need to know we're increasing the value of our coins by 25% by locking them in early. So for those of you who get easily bogged down and confused when we start talking about the different smart contracts, the hard forks, all the different processes, don't weigh yourself down with that information. Just know that if you don't get your coins on the reduction plan and you don't lock them in before October 15th, you will miss out on your coins. merging into the new mainnet coin. And the KBCs, on the old contract will eventually become, they will continue to decrease in value as we move on with our new blockchain, because there's not going to be a demand or a use for them. And that's what happened with Ethereum Classic. So look at the price disparity, go look up Ethereum Classic, what the current price is, and then look up the current price of Ethereum, and they're two different coins, and then ask yourself, which would you rather hold? So that's all I'm going to say about that. Number 2, start acquiring cash gold on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. You can start doing this for as little as $6 to $7 US. So you can start saving in cash gold with as little as $6 to $7 US, and for some of us, that's, a couple cups of coffee a week. If that's going out to lunch or something like that, pack your lunch a day, save that money, put it into an asset that hedges you against inflation and actually increases in value. Again, if you look up the Synergy Gold Team group, or there's a YouTube account that's called Paper, the number 2, and then Gold, and they posted some webinars that Nitsa Nikos did, and I posted them, I think, in the Karatbars Gold group, and she goes over how much gold has outperformed different currencies over the past 20 years. If you started saving in gold 20 years ago, your money, you've seen a 500% return on your money. I doubt that you saw that in the stock market or anything else you've invested. You've certainly not seen that amount of money in your savings account. So if you're putting money in savings or something else, pensions, if you still have faith in pensions, I would suggest, go back to the beginning of the year where Robert Kiyosaki does a series of podcasts on the Rich Dad Poor Dad radio show, and he talks about what's going on with pensions. You're going to want your money in commodities. You're going to at least want a portion of your money in commodities that you can hold with your hand, or that you can, trade 24/7 and it's decentralized. And that's exactly what this cash gold is. Cash gold can also be used to purchase the V999 coin starting on 8/1. So between now and 8/1, and if you guys have been paying attention, gold's going up every day. So some people are like, well, why do we need to save it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? Because it's going up daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. So I could wait and buy it at the end of the month to save up money throughout the month and buy it at the end of the month, but I might end up paying a slightly higher price, right? So that's why I'm wanting to save on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Any V99 purchased by you or me between August 1st and October 15th will be linked to us. And get this, we receive a lifetime of passive residual income. Guys, this is huge. Like, there's no other thing that you're gonna put your money into that you can get passive residual income and not have to add more money to it. Every time a transaction is made with those V999 coins, we receive a percentage of the transaction fee. And oh, by the way, just so you know, the V999 coin is going to be listed on the Stellar blockchain. And as far as I know, Stellar doesn't really have a stable coin that's on their blockchain yet. So chances are our V999 coin, which is a stable coin that's going to have a set value, might become, pretty big on their blockchain. So, and Stellar is right up our alley. It's everything that we're about. It's a blockchain project that's focused on cross-border, financial exchanges. And that's exactly what, Karatbars, our goal and vision is to be able to control our money and to move it whenever we want to, and to have the freedom to do that. So that's another thing that I would highly recommend. Get on that, log in, be buying cash gold as much as you can, get a hold of these V999 coins, because, come October, September, it may not seem like a big deal, but in the next coming years, as the money starts to roll in from residual passive income just for purchasing those coins on the ground floor, you're going to be pretty excited that you did that. Your kids are going to be pretty excited that you did that. So that's step number 2. Number 3, everybody needs to register at the V999 website. I have the website address somewhere. Ray Getz is always very good about getting me all of the details and technical information. But there are, you guys need to work this a little bit yourself too. There are detailed instructions in the back office. I'm also going to try to post a tutorial where I go through and I show you step by step. So, registration is, really simple. Takes about a minute, 2 minutes. You're going to need, I think your driver's license. The only hiccups they've hit so far is the file image sizes have to be real small, so don't blow them up real big, or else it'll say that it's denied. Okay, the 4th thing, and this is amazing for those of us who were in a panic and complaining about not being able to access the accounts. And if anybody was there on the December meeting that we had where we tried to pull everybody, we have a lot of people in the team who are set it and forget it people, which, that's your choice. But then when you have major news announcements, and we kind of had to like scramble to get everybody's account up to date. Anyhow, if you lost access to your Karatbit at the end of last year, before January 15th, when they were making the transitions and setting the deadline for KCBs to KBCs, okay, so your C coins to your B coins, and you could exchange them at a rate of 2.54. So for every 1 C coin you exchanged, you got 2.54 B coins, okay? If anybody remembers that happening, a lot of people got locked out of their Karatbit accounts because they accidentally deleted Google Authenticator, or they didn't know how to work it, weren't able to get the meetings, blah, blah, blah. So the deadline came and went, and your coins automatically got rolled into vouchers, because if you had not went in and manually made a selection on whether you wanted them to be vouchers or coins, you automatically got vouchers for the bank IPO. Now, the company is giving us a second shot at this. And if you were not able to access your coins prior to the deadline and you got vouchers, starting Friday, you are now able to go back and get KBC coins. You're able to redeem your vouchers for KBC coins, okay, at the same exchange rate of 2.54. So what does that mean? That means that you will be trading in your vouchers. Okay, so let's say you take all of your vouchers, you want to roll them into KBC, you'd be trading all of those. You don't keep both, but you'd be trading the vouchers for KBC. For some of you, you're going to ask, why would we want to do this, or what's the benefits? This is a good opportunity if you would like more liquidity, okay? We don't have any more information on the bank IPO. We don't have any updates on that, okay? So right now it's a little bit of a shot in the dark. If you have a good amount of coins and you feel comfortable and you want to keep some money in the IPO just so you have, a little bit of diversity, that is absolutely okay. It's probably going to be more of a long-term thing, though. So if you need more liquidity, or you'd like to have access to that sooner than the next couple, months or years or whatever, it's a great opportunity to liquefy that and move it into KBC coins. I don't have specifics right now on how exactly that needs to be done, but as soon as I get them, I will try to do a tutorial for you guys, or at least post some instructions or more information. So that is another option, and I would say if you exchange them, again, I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but if you exchange them and they show up in your back office, you're probably going to want to lock them down and get those bonuses, okay? This is something that Nitsa announced on the webinar last night. This is going to bring us to our next point, because how do we find out about all of the changes that are happening and everything that's going on? Guys, it is up to you. It's just the same way that if you have money in a 401k, or you have money in traditional finance, you have a broker or somebody that, handles your finances, a CPA or something like that, how you get a packet in the mail at the end of the year that says how you performed, or if you have questions about, what's going on, you contact them. You have to stay plugged in. Your broker, your CPA, your finance people don't come knocking on your door every time there's a piece of news, I'm sure. It's up to you, they mail something out, it's up to you to open that mail. We're a digital company working in a high-tech world, and so the equivalent of that is going to your back office under general and latest news, look at that section daily, check it, read the news, okay? Stay plugged into the webinars. This down here, synergygoldteam.com, is a link. There's a team huddle call every Monday night. I believe it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Synergy Gold Team, which is what we fall under. If you guys are on Facebook, I have mentioned before, you can follow the following people, right? Tanisha Glaspie, Michael L. Dalgo, Ty Best, and these are all some big name people who are, or if you're on Karatbars World, Sean Maloney has a black and white profile picture, okay? Any of these people, Sherilyn Gober, Tammy Morrison, okay? These people have been in Karatbars the longest, and they are posting, especially Tanisha, Michael, Ty, they're constantly posting on the Wealth Builders Worldwide team. Okay, so there's two main teams in the US that come from Sherilyn and Tammy, right? One is the Synergy Gold team, the other one is Wealth Builders Worldwide. Okay, so everybody falls into one of those downlines. It doesn't really matter because we're all a part of Karatbars, but if you guys want your questions answered, want to learn more information, want to get more involved, you need to stay plugged in, be listening to the webinars, Synergy Gold Team. There's also calls on Wednesday, I think Wednesday night. If you click on this, you're going to have to download Zoom on your computer, have the app on your iPhone, but you click on that and you can join the call. Be checking your latest news section, check with your upline. Okay, so if you're in the, if you're not in Ohio and you have a group in whatever area that you're in, check with your upline, but don't go to them for basic questions. Try to find the answers to those questions first, either in your back office in a webinar, in the Karatbars Gold Group Ohio, or in Karatbars World on Facebook. That is a place where a lot of people put questions. Those questions can get answered. There's admins. Tammy and Sherilyn are on there, as is Tanisha, and they're all on there and they're answering questions from people. But you have to do your due diligence. You have to make sure that you are staying connected and plugged in. What happens is that we are more than willing to help Ontario, myself, my dad, answer questions, or me or Ontario with the technical aspect of things. But in order for everything to run smoothly the next couple months, because it's going to be a lot of busyness, we need everybody to, don't come to me saying, oh, I heard that there's changes, and then have me re-explain something a dozen different times to every single person or group leader in the team. You need to make sure that you're watching the webinars, that you are, reading the latest news, that you've tried to answer the question to the best of your ability before you come and start asking us or needing help. Not to say that we don't want to help, but with just the amount of people that we're dealing with, I don't want to have to explain the difference 10 different times between what's doing what, all of the dates. Okay, it's all in the webinars, it's all been explained by other people, but you have to take the time and invest that time into finding out about your product, finding out about your business. Okay, so for the month of July, it's a 25% bonus for locking in the coins. In the month of August, it is a 15% bonus. September is a 10% bonus, and then October 1st to the 15th is a 7.5% bonus for locking in the KBC coins. Guys, I was listening to Bob Proctor this morning on YouTube and talking about our different paradigms, in our belief systems, in the way that we think. And sometimes in this business, we think we have to know all of the aspects, we have to explore all of the options, we have to know how all of the technologies are working. And for a lot of people, it's a lot of information, the difference between the utility and the stable coins, the smart contracts, the blockchains, the hard forks. And it's like speaking a foreign language to some people. Well, guess what? When you go into, if somebody switches cell phone providers and they go from AT&T to Sprint or T-Mobile or Virgin Mobile or something like that, I doubt that they walk in there and say, please explain to me the difference in the technologies behind, a GSM network as compared to the CDME network, and how this all works. How many towers do you have in the area? Nobody, I can explain to you what's the difference between LTE or 4G. I have a basic concept of the difference between the cell phone networks, and that's just because there were some issues with the SIM cards on some of the K1 Impulse phones. But we don't do that. We just have faith that in what the company is doing, and we purchase the service. And if it's good service, or if there's a referral that we can get, like DirecTV or Spectrum or whoever, if they offer a referral, we go out and refer friends and we get money off of our bill. We don't have to know how the satellites beam the channels into the TV. We just go out there and we do it. And then we get money off of our bill. And it's the same thing with this, is that sometimes we try too hard I have to understand all of this, or, we try to explain all of the technical side of it to people, instead of just getting excited about the fact that for $6 to $7 US a day, I can start putting my money into an asset. I can trade my money, my worthless fiat money that is depreciating in value every day. I can exchange that for an appreciating asset that's a commodity that's going to be put into a bank in Switzerland and audited on a monthly basis. And understand, guys, no other stable coins or companies do that. Tether's in trouble because they say that they have a certain amount of coins, and they don't have all of the coins that they say. We are a full reserve cash, or a gold, we own our own mines, and it's full reserves. Okay. If you take your money down to the bank legally in the US can take 90% of the money that you just deposited, and they're going to pay you 0.5% or 1% of interest, and they can loan it out to Joe Schmo at 6 or 7 or 10% interest and make money off of it. And they didn't have to ask you permission to borrow the 90% of the money that you put in, but legally that's what they're allowed to do. Okay, so don't get caught up in the technicalities, the technologies. Don't get bogged down or weighed down by it. Focus on the fact that for minimal cost, you sign up for free, and then for minimal cost, $6 to $7 US, you can start acquiring cash gold. What happens when you start acquiring cash gold? Well, starting August 1st, I can purchase a coin that is going to give me a lifetime of passive residual income. I mean, that's incredible. It's amazing. That doesn't happen with stocks. As soon as I sell that stock, I quit earning any, my stake as a stockholder is gone. I've sold that stock. But with this coin, like if I sell it, I trade it, every time that coin changes hands and it sells and it trades, I get a percentage of the transaction fee, and that for life, and that is a lifetime passive residual income. Okay, I can lock in my KBCs. I can continue to, KBCs are cheaper than half a penny right now. I can go out and I can acquire a lot of coins, and then I can lock them in for a 25% bonus. I don't think people realize just the trouble that our financial system is in. There's signs everywhere. People aren't even accepting change. They can't even give you correct change at registers. People are going, they're going cashless and saying the Federal Reserve is saying there's a coin shortage. Guys, they're changing the money system in front of our eyes. And that's why they keep, trying to get us to focus on everything else, because there's a lot of things going on in the financial world. Wealth is being stolen from a lot of people. The system is changing. and they're trying to get in and get all of their money back before we finally wake up and realize, like, oh, there's a change here. Okay, so here's the action plan. If after researching this, getting on the webinars, looking for yourself, you find that you still need help, I am more than willing to help. I just ask that you do a little research first, listen to the videos that we've been posting, educate yourself. Okay, I'm not, you have to make the decision on whether you want to lock coins, how much cash gold do you want to start purchasing, how many V999 coins you're going to want, if you're going to want to change your vouchers back into KBC coins. I can't make that decision for you. I can only help. For those of you who want to buy KBCs, yes, you can use I use KBCs to convert into cash gold, which you could use to buy V999. I think that it's more advantageous and more bang for your buck if you purchase cash gold directly. For those people who want to buy more KBCs and they want to get that 25% bonus, I can help you with that. If you don't already have trading accounts set up, I can help you set up, what's necessary, or walk you through, or give you suggestions. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an accountant. So you have to figure out what is the best action as far as amounts and everything like that for your personal situation. But guys, I really, really encourage you, do something. Don't just sit there and complain about what's going on. Get involved with this. Skip, don't go out to, don't, skip going out to lunch one day, pack your lunch, skip getting your coffees for a week or a couple weeks, and invest in your future. Don't mortgage your future, for a cup of coffee today. It's ridiculous. Make it at home. Get involved, educate yourself. This is an amazing opportunity. And there's people who bought Bitcoin when it was a couple $100s a coin, or $10 a coin, and it didn't do anything in the first few years, so they sold it, right? So there's some people who might have sold their KBCs or something like that, and when these things start to take off, they're probably going to feel sorry for it. People who sold Bitcoin at $10 because they didn't think it was going to do anything are probably kicking themselves right now, because even right now it's at $9,000 a coin. So they missed out on exponential returns. Okay, so be patient, trust the process, follow the people, stay plugged in, okay, and then get working on this action plan. Go do it now. Make a quality decision, because it's your future, it's your business. Okay, so have a good day, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be blessed.